Oh, what is up, you guys? My name is Version 1, and welcome back. The reaction time installment 41. This month is moving right along. This first week of 2022 is moving right along. It's already the 5th of January, which means it's my little girl's birthday. So happy birthday to my precious little daughter, Serenity, turning 3 years old today. Well, today, as a matter of fact, I'm actually recording this day before her birthday, but still, you guys know how it works by now. Anyway, in this episode, we're going to Adam Savage's Tested. If you guys don't know who Adam Savage is, he's the dude off Mythbusters. Yeah. That's right. He has a YouTube channel that you guys can go check out in the comments down in the description down below. So, without further ado, this is What's Inside the National Treasure's Book of Secrets. Here we go.
Hey everybody, Adam Savage here in my cave with Brandon Allinger for Prop Store. Hello, sir. Prop Store obviously auctions off movie props and part of film history, and we have a long-term friendship where occasionally they bring these pieces for me to see up close and we can shoot videos about them. And today, well, so first of all, you have a big auction coming up.
We do, yeah, November 9th, 10th, and 11th. We've got our big EMLA auction in London, 1,100 lots, all kinds of movies.
Stuff you've been saving up all year for.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we do is go out and hunt this stuff down. We look for it everywhere we can find it, and occasionally we come up with really great pieces like this one.
So this is from National Treasure Book of Secrets, and it is the literal Book of Secrets.
Which is cool. Anytime that your prop is in the title of the film, you know you've got something special.
And this comes from the prop maker?
Yeah, this one originated with one of the prop makers, includes a letter of authenticity from one of the prop makers for the film, and it's an original. Should we open it up?
I can't wait. One of the people that worked for that prop maker showed up in a thread about this on the Replica Prop Forum and talked about the process of calligraphic, doing old style stuff and the different sort of textures that
that's cool. I mean, first of all, just the case is beautiful.
Yeah,
right?
the
this
weathering on this leather is amazing.
Leather. And, you know, when I look at this, my mind immediately jumps to the Indiana Jones Grail Diary, which I think those National Treasure movies definitely owe Indiana Jones a thing or two to begin with.
100%.
And then, you know, to go with a book like this, and let's see if we can just open it up.
Oh, man. Can I?
Yeah, you
so
want to have a browse?
Hold this cover. Oh my gosh. Whole maps. The pages all. Yeah. So there's some. Oh right. So these are pre-printed.
Yep.
And then post-weathered.
Love the aging on it.
Yeah. So it looks really like cool. They might have even grabbed some graphic elements from old books of just like ledgers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
And maps and things.
And letters. This is. Oh, wow. This definitely feels like holding a replica of the Grail Diary.
That's what I was thinking with all the inserts.
Oh, yeah. Envelopes.
There's some inspiration there. But, you know, I think the idea of the book is that it contains a lot of the secrets of the U.S., so things like the Kennedy assassination.
Oh, right. For instance, here's the alien from Roswell, New Mexico.
Someone had a lot of fun with this. This
naval telegram.
You can have good fun with.
Oh, man. So I love thinking about the prop maker making this piece and how much is
That's the plank, right, which is another key MacGuffin in the film.
And then there's newspaper clippings and look at this, it's the blueprint for the flying saucer. This is amazing. I mean, I just imagine that it would be really like, even if you're an old jaded prop maker, that making a prop like this is still got to light your flame a little bit.
Absolutely, and also as a fan or collector, when you get to see one of these in person, I'll never forget the first time I got to see a Grail Diary. Robert Watts, one of the producers on Indiana Jones, had an original Grail Diary, and I just sat down in a chair and looked at it for 45 minutes because there's so much to drink in. You know, in a book like this, there's so many details, all these Easter eggs that are hidden here, all these things that kind of play into the story, but they're not going to feature directly, so they can be loose with it while having some fun and just making a great prop that's going to perform well on screen and look very impressive on screen.
What I'm marveling at here is a copy of Marilyn Monroe's autopsy as one of the great secrets. Letter from Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, this is just Capone.
Yeah, this is the first time I've looked at this in person, but it's filled with great little...
wonderful little tidbits and... another piece from Roswell.
Yeah. I'm sure somewhere in here is...
Oh, moon landing stuff?
Yeah, there's moon landing.
Yeah, fake moon landing.
There's got to be Kennedy in here somewhere, I would think.
Oh, this is funny. They've just added in a piece of one of the flight plans from NASA. I've got copies of these.
Oh, okay.
Because NASA, it's all available on government websites, actually.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, a good portion of
just download and print it.
Original. Oh my gosh, so this is them on the set. This is them on the set. This is great.
That's clever.
I wonder if this is from Capricorn 1.
That's funny.
That is awesome.
Stanley Kubrick in the background.
Right, exactly. The weathering is really gentle and sensitive.
Yeah.
You know, like little bits on the edges here, but it's not overdone.
It's really cool.
It looks like the pages are all printed, which makes sense given the volume. But there you go. There's Kennedy.
Oh,
right?
wow. Yep.
And let's see. There's a wide shot of the Kennedy car.
Yeah,
And
and
what
then
is the
there's something-
document? Yeah, what
Let's
is
see
that?
if it, I don't want to unstick it if it's stuck.
Oh, it's
but-
the route.
the
yeah,
president, do not file.
Right, the
This-
parade
this
route.
is do not file. Oh, man. We'll talk about this someday, but I replicated with some great help Kurtz's dossier from Apocalypse Now.
Oh, I didn't
and
know
it is
that.
a similar, like the Grail Diary, this crazy deep dive
Yeah.
into such extensive
really
and
cool. I
wide-ranging
mean-
ephemera.
Do we get to see that well in the film?
In fact, not only do we get to see it, but it turns out that every beat in the film is presaged by going through the dossier. That the dossier
really?
is in fact the narrative backbone of the film, and
Hmm.
it basically his journey through the dossier is his journey through the film.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Oh, Victoria, going from Queen Victoria.
Queen Victoria, yeah.
What is that? Oh man, I mean, so many wonderful little.
Yeah, I mean, you could spend a lot of time just paging through this. And
It smells great. It
It does.
actually smells a little like an old musty book.
George Washington's signature.
On this day, in April 1792, it is with great honor that I take
pen in
in hand to make the first of what will be many entries to be read by future presidents.
That's cool. That's a cool
That
overview.
is pretty freaking cool.
I don't know if you see that in the film or don't. We have to
Yeah.
go look now.
And I just love all these like map pieces. And it looks like they made more than one.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought with a prop like this, there had to be a few, you know,
Yeah.
as you well know, modern productions always have multiples. There's always multiple units. You always need backups.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, you'll have a hero version that's more intended for close-up. This is certainly hero quality. I mean,
Yeah.
everything about that feels like it's ready to go on camera. Again, I love the leather casing and
So
just
much.
the age of it.
Many years ago, I bought from you guys the folder from Red.
Oh, okay.
But it's not a hero one because there's nothing in it.
Okay.
It's all like blank pages and like accounting.
Oh, that's cool.
Accounting
I don't even
pages.
remember that. That must have gone through London. It must have been.
I think it
something
did.
I didn't
Yeah,
have anything to do with.
it's a
That's-
long
that's cool,
time
though.
ago. But I
Yeah.
love the piece. Again,
Yeah.
I
it's
have a
so
weird
cool.
side passion for paper ephemera. I even have some pieces. I have some great replicas of Leonardo's codices and. This
you
is
have
just
one of these?
wonderful.
Have you done one or
No,
seen
I have
one?
not. I have not, and I'm very familiar with this piece because I've looked into it because. The thing that's great about paper props like this is you can do a lot of the work just sitting there in Photoshop, right? And so that's like perfect for me when I'm flying a lot. I just sit there on Photoshop working through documents of something like this. Now that I've seen this up close, I may tackle it.
Tempted. Yeah.
You guys just sold a bunch of scans of one of the original Grail diaries.
Yeah, loose pages.
Loose
production
pages,
Right.
yes.
Yeah, because we took a look at those last time you were down. Those were really cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
There was a couple I had never seen.
yeah. And again, it's like the fun of what's gone into these things. Where have they taken their source material? That one I know has been studied for many years. I don't know if people have done quite the same deep dive on this as to identifying all the source materials.
Yeah, I'll bet not.
But you know, there's a lot that goes into it, and again, it's sort of all about celebrating the movie artistry and what goes into, especially something like this that becomes a title prop of the film.
Well, and except for the fact that you can kind of tell some of the stuff has been copied onto the page rather than written directly on it, except for that, this thing sells as real right here. Like, there's some tells we can see, but for the most part, anybody who found this would consider this to be a real object. It feels completely genuine.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's just, that to me is always really thrilling.
Right. Yeah. Maybe if it was 200 years old, the leather would be a little bit more
I actually,
crispy. But
I actually just bought this stuff for restoring. Oh yeah, it's in my leather chemicals box for restoring old leather.
Oh, really?
For leather that's like starting to just turn to dust.
okay.
I don't think it restores it, but it stops it from continuing to turn into
Oh, that's
dust.
interesting.
So I think you're right. Yeah, this would be this would be like shedding powder all over
Right,
us if
yeah,
it was
this is
genuinely 200
Nice
years
that
old.
it isn't, but it has a great patina to it that they've
It
applied.
really
there.
does, and I love how it's got, and this leather has a leather lining as well, and the lining is like clearly hand cut, and that's all part of the narrative.
Right, of looking the age that it does. Yeah.
This is, you sent me a list of some things to like that you might bring by, and this was definitely something I was really surprised that I was going to get to see in person.
I was a little bit surprised you picked this actually because it's a slightly more modern film. Normally you gear towards 70s, 80s, things like that. But now that I know about the paper fascination, now I understand this a little bit more.
Well, and interestingly enough, I'm not that interested in the National Treasure movies, but I really love a prop that is like deeply narrative in and of itself.
Yeah, and sometimes the prop is better than the film.
Sometimes I have several.
That's not even.
Hey, I actually like those movies.
Sometimes the props are better than the films, or maybe another way of saying it is there are a lot of great.
I like the first one better than the
for
second
films
one, though. I will say that.
Never found a big audience.
Absolutely. And that just goes to show that, like, with auctions like this, you guys can highlight the work of so many people more than just the directors and the lead, above the line actors in a film.
Yeah, I mean a huge amount of creativity that goes into every detail of making a movie, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, dude, thank you
it's
so
a good
much.
one. Yeah,
This is incredible.
Going up for auction on the 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Amazing. Brandon, thanks so much for coming
Yeah,
by.
good to see you.
All right, see you guys next time.
That's cool. Like I said, it's like I'm a big fan of the movies themselves because, like I say, I hated history back in high school and stuff like that. I was really good at it because all it is just literally memorizing numbers and dates. And doing that, it's an easy A, and I really did. I passed that with flying colors, and I even got commended on the tax for a portion of it. But again, I think history is pointless. I mean, this will probably trigger some people, but history is made. We're made to learn history to be able to learn the mistakes of our past. However, has anyone else noticed besides me that we're repeating a lot of the same mistakes? It's not the exact same, but it's but it's pretty much the same type of mistakes. And nobody sees it. Nobody else gets it. Everyone else is just thinking, oh, no, you're just crazy. No. History is not pointless. History is a good thing. And then on top of that, if you look into some other histories and stuff, and just history yourself without the educational system, then you find discrepancies of what they're teaching and what actual history is. They teach what they want to teach, and that's annoying. It bugs me. It's like, don't teach what you want to teach. Teach the actual history. If you want to make history fun and exciting and actually worth it, people need to start learning from the past mistakes of our forefathers. Not just teach it to us just so we can get an A and then let's just do it all over again. That just annoys me. But other than that, I didn't really hate history. I just didn't really care to learn it because it was pointless. I'm good at numbers and I'm good at memorizing numbers. But that was just me and back in high school. But that is going to do it for this episode. I'm sorry if this was a little boring for you guys. It's a little different, something different. I like watching a lot of Adam stuff. I loved watching Mythbusters back when that was on the air, or especially with Adam and Jamie. But yeah, it was really cool, really interesting. If you guys have anything else you guys want to see me react to, feel free to put it in the comments down below. If I don't get to it this month, I'll get to it next month, and so on and so forth. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Hey, and peace out.